Hello, folks. The old Fun Hunter here with a little sweetie pie sitting in my lap and enjoying this beautiful day. I've been having some requests to put a show about things I done as a kid now, how I grew up and stuff like that. Well, I was raised kind of out on almost like an island. It was swamp just about all the way around with bayous and stuff. One road going in, one road coming out. There wasn't but like maybe six families lived out there.
And that was past Christian?
No, it was in Biloxi.
That was in Biloxi, okay.
It was called Clay Point. So I didn't have a whole lot of real close friends coming up because I was more or less isolated away from everybody out there. I don't think there was a family out there that had kids except one I knew of. So I was kind of isolated from everything, but I always had so much work I had to do and all that. I didn't have time for playing around too much anyway. But I had some friends that would come out there and help me cut firewood because I cut firewood because that's what we heated with. And they thought it was fun. To me, it was work because I had to do it every damn day.
Yeah.
They come out there and help me cut firewood. Because there wasn't no chainsaw done back then. It was a one-man cross-cut saw and an axe, and that's what I cut firewood with. But anyway, things that I done as a kid, I always had plenty of chores to do. Where we lived was probably close to an acre. Well, we didn't have no lawnmower or nothing. So it was my job to keep the grass cut, and I cut that grass with a hand sickle. Called it a yo-yo. I don't know if anybody, I'm talking to what it is, but it's something you cut grass by hand with. I started in the backyard, and I cut 3 or 4 hours after school. And then the next day I cut some more. It took me about 3 days to cut it. And a week later I had to start all over again.
Oh, wow.
But all my other chores I had to do.
Right.
Another chore I had to do, I had to make sure Daddy had 2 5-gallon cans of gas to go out shrimping that night. So I had 2 ways I could get it. I could take the skiff and row it across about maybe a quarter of a mile across this bay. Then take the gas can and walk up probably about 3 or 4 blocks to the gas station, get the gas, come back, bring it down, put it on the boat. Or I could take my bicycle and ride probably about 3 miles around, get 2 5-gallon cans of gas, tie them to the handlebars, and come home with them. I guess that's why I was such a strong little son of a gun coming up as a kid, because I've done a lot of physical work. But ended up helping Daddy build boats and whatever he had to do, I was right there to help him, And the one time, I helped him catch oysters, and we crabbed in the summer and stuff like that. And when I got old enough to start going crabbing with him, that was a neat thing because we used what they call crab lines. He had 3 poles he'd put down. Okay? And then each line was about 100 foot long. And we baited it up with tripe. Had pieces of, wasn't nothing but like goat skin really with a hole in it. And you put it over the snoot, make a loop, you put them out. You run from this pole to a pole there, from that pole back to a pole here, and then back to this pole. So it made a triangle. It had a roll out of an old wash machine. Roll that dried that, rained water out of your clothes. Had it mounted on the side of the boat with a little edge on it like that. Picked a line up, set it on it, and he'd steer the boat, just put it on slow. And as the line was coming up, if you seen a crab, usually about a foot of each water before it got there, you had to get him before you get him out of the water, he'd drop. And the net was made out of chicken wire, about that big around, but it was only about that deep. Because you had to do it fast like that, because you couldn't do it slow.
Right.
It could be made out of webbing because it'd be tangled up, so it had to be something you just chop the water and throw him in a basket. It would go that way and make a circle and just start right back again. Not a circle, but a triangle. And that's how we crabbed for years and years and years. And then,
Now, I got a question. Did y'all eat a lot of the crabs, or did y'all eat and sell?
no, we sold most of them, or we picked the meat out and sold the meat.
Okay. Because crab goes for good money.
Yeah, even back then, you got pretty good money for crabs. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but it wasn't much over about 5 cents a pound for crabs. We'd catch probably about 2 to 250 pounds of crab a day, And finally they come out with the crab pots, and we went to the crab pots. And I didn't like that because you had to bait them up, we baited them up with catfish. Went down to the factory. We'd catch a damn garbage can full of catfish, and I'd chop them in the back with a hatchet and put them in the pots in the basket for the crabs. But they'd rot over the time, and as you shaking the crabs out, putting them into a barrel, all those old stinking rotten fishes falling in the boat and falling on you too. So I wasn't happy with that job.
I bet.
I liked it a whole lot better with the crab line. But like I said, I helped my daddy do a lot of stuff. He went over to Louisiana Marsh, shrimped. I've been with him at night, gigging flounders for a living. He done that. I've been alligator hunting with him, hunted alligators for several years till they closed the season on them. Now, I'm talking about this back in the late 50s, early 50s, But I spent a lot of time with my daddy helping him do things, And at times I look back and I really miss my childhood because it was a lot different than most other children. Most other children was out there playing baseball, football, chasing each other, do whatever. I wasn't. I was working or helping my daddy make a living. So what it done to me, it made me realize the value of $1. And that if you want something, you got to work for it. And that was always been my belief. And even to this day right here, I believe that if you really want something, you got to work for it. And hang on to that dollar. You might need it in a rainy day. Well, folks, that's about time for that one there. So I'm going to tell everybody adios and have a wonderful day. And remember this, life is short, but death is forever. See you later, folks.